right? Last Friday. This morning at 7 a.m., right? On the 25th of June, 2025, right? We are talking about the past. What happened in the past? In the past, right? When I was in grade 1. When I was in grade 1. Okay, can you copy this quickly into your notebooks? Can you open your notebooks, please? Can you open your notebooks and can you copy this into your notebooks? These are the time expressions that we use when we talk about the past, not the present, not now. We are talking about the past. Past, what happened in the past? 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, right? Yesterday also, right? We can also talk about yesterday, yesterday, yesterday. Yeah, okay? Okay, please copy this into your notebooks, into your notebooks. Write it in your notebooks, in your notebooks. Arunodaya, please keep your video on. Please keep your video on. Right? So these are the time expressions that we use when we want to talk about the past. Right? These are the time expressions that we use when we want to talk about the past. Arunodaya, school, is it possible to put the video on, please? We need to see the students. Right, thank you. Okay, so yesterday, 2 days ago, last Tuesday, last Friday, this morning at 7 a.m. on the 25th of June, 2025. Guys, are you writing it? Quickly, quickly, quickly. Everybody write it down quickly. We don't have time. Teachers, please supervise. Please supervise. Guys, they have to write it very quickly. We don't have time. Yeah, on the 25th of June, 2025. This is also the past, right? When I was in grade 1, this is also the past. Okay, so these are the time expressions which we use when we talk about the past. This is about the past, right? Okay, right. So now let's go back to the lesson. Okay, listen and repeat. Paul Raj, can we unmute everybody? Please unmute. Please unmute. Everybody listen, first listen, then repeat loudly, loudly. Okay? Everybody listen and repeat.
And repeat. Were Mina and Fatima at the beach yesterday at 3 p.m.?
Everybody, everybody. Fatima at the beach yesterday at 3 p.m. Excellent. Can you unmute? Can the teachers unmute, please? I need to hear the students. Okay.
Yes, they were.
They were. Yes, they were. Right? Yes, they were.
Listen and repeat.
Everybody listen and repeat.
Were you at school today?
Everybody. Once again. Once again.
Were you at school today?
Yes, I was.
Yes, I was.
Listen and repeat.
Now we have two people, Farouk and Daniel, right? Two people.
Were Farouk and Daniel in a restaurant yesterday at 3 p.m.?
Were Farooq and Daniel at 3 p.m.
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
Right. Were Farouk and Daniel? Were Farouk and Daniel? And the answer is no, they weren't. No, they were not, right? Weren't is a contraction. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Everybody has the exercise books closed. Exercise books are closed. Close your exercise books, please. Everybody, please close your exercise books. The teachers supervise. Please close your exercise books. Okay.
Listen and repeat. Were Amitha and Gayani at home yesterday at 3 p.m.?
No, they weren't.
Listen and repeat. Were the lessons difficult yesterday?
Okay, what does difficult mean? Difficult. Opposite of easy, not easy, right? Difficult. In Tamil, what is difficult? Custom, right? Custom in Tamil. Were the lessons difficult yesterday? Were the lessons difficult yesterday?
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't. They means the lessons, right? They means the lessons. No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
Listen and repeat. Were your grandparents at home yesterday?
Grandparents. Were your grandparents at home yesterday? Everybody, one more time. Everybody.
Were your grandparents at home yesterday?
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
Now you answer the question.
Now you have
Follow the example.
Okay, look at the example.
Were Mina and Fatima at the beach yesterday at 3 p.m.?
What's the answer? What's the answer? Answer. What's the answer? Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
Yes, they were.
Okay.
Now you answer the question.
Listen to the question and answer the question. Don't repeat the question. Listen to the question and answer the question.
Yes, I was.
Were you at school today?
What's the answer?
Yes, I
Yes.
was.
Yes, I was.
I was.
Yes, I was. Short answers are the easiest and they are the best. Short answers. Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
I was.
Now you answer the question.
Okay?
And Farouk in a restaurant yesterday at 3 p.m.
What's the answer?
No, they was.
No, they
Weren't.
weren't. No, they weren't. Right? Look at this here. Were Daniel and Farouk. Two people, right? Two people. No, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
Now you answer the question.
Listen and answer.
Were Amitha and Gayani at home yesterday at 3 p.m.?
What's the answer? What's the answer? I can't hear the answer. Were Amita and Gayani at home yesterday at 3 p.m.? Guys, you have to say the answer. I don't hear the answer.
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't. Exactly. Everybody has to say the answer.
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
Now you answer the question.
Look at this. There is a cross here. The answer is negative. Can you see? Okay, listen to the question. Listen to the question.
Were the lessons difficult yesterday?
What's the answer?
No, they
No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
weren't.
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
Now you answer the question. Were your grandparents at home yesterday?
What's your answer? Everybody, please answer. No, they weren't, right? No, they weren't. Arunodaya School, I don't hear the answer. No, they weren't. Everybody, guys.
Weren't.
No, they weren't. Teachers, the students have to answer loudly. No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't. No.
Write the answer in your exercise book.
Okay.
Follow the example.
Look at the example.
Where were Asiri and Aranga yesterday at 3 p.m.? In the cinema. In the bank. In the park.
Okay, we'll go back a little bit.
Now
No,
you answer the listen and lesson 5. Listen.
Okay, can you open your books now? Open your books, please. Everybody open your books. Can you copy the sentences, please? You copy the sentences? Quickly, guys. We don't have time. Teachers, can you supervise, please? Quickly. I don't have time. We have to move on.
நல்லா படிக்கிற பிள்ளைகளா இருந்தா இந்த வேர்டுல பாருங்க வேற கலர் மார்க் பண்ணிருக்காங்க அண்டர்லைன் பண்ணிக்கணும். நான் பாருங்க இதெல்லாம் கேபிட்டல் எழுதிருக்காங்க. இப்ப நான் யார் எத்தனை பேர் சரியா
Capital
எழுதுறீங்க?
letters, yes. Question marks, commas, full stops.
டைம் எழுதும் போது இது அதே மாதிரி என்ன நவுன் நவுன் கேபிட்டல் எல்லாம் காப்பி பண்ண.
Okay, next one.
சின்ன விஷயம்.
Next one.
Listen and repeat.
Okay, write it down. Write it down. Were you at school yesterday? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Guys, quick, quick, quick. We don't have time. Quickly. Were you at school yesterday?
ஸ்கூல் எஸ்டர்டே நேத்து நீங்க ஸ்கூல்ல இருந்தீங்களா?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
வெயிட் இருந்தீங்களா? நீங்க ஸ்கூல்ல இருந்தீங்களா?
Okay, next one.
Listen and repeat.
Were Farouk and Daniel in a restaurant yesterday at 3 p.m.? Question mark. No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
இப்ப ரெஸ்டாரண்ட்லயா படிக்க இருந்தாங்க. அது என்ன இடம்? தானே. அப்ப நெகட்டிவ் ஆன்சர் என்னது? Not. Want. Not. Construct form இருக்கு.
Okay, were Farouk and Daniel in a restaurant yesterday at 3 p.m.? No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Okay, next one.
Listen and repeat.
Were Amita and Gayani at home yesterday at 3 p.m.? No, they weren't. Were Amita and Gayani at home? At home. At home. Were Amita and Gayani at home yesterday at 3 p.m.? No, they weren't. Quick, quick, guys, quick. We don't have time. We have more things to do. Guys, it's only 4 schools have the video on. 5 schools. All the schools, please keep the video on.
Listen and repeat.
Were the lessons difficult yesterday? Were the lessons difficult yesterday? No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Were the lessons difficult? Lessons is plural, right? 1 lesson, 2 lessons, 3 lessons, 4 lessons. Were the lessons difficult yesterday? No, they weren't. Question mark, capital letter, right? Comma, full stop. The end of the sentence, we have either a full stop. At the end of the sentence, we have either a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark, right?
Starting letter.
Every sentence starts with a capital letter. Every single sentence starts with a capital letter. Okay, next one.
Listen and repeat.
Were your grandparents at home yesterday? Were your grandparents at home yesterday? No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Please copy it to your notebooks. Were your grandparents at home yesterday? No, they weren't. Okay, next one. Next one.
Now you answer the question.
Okay. So this we have already done it.
Na,
Yeah.
na,
No.
na, na,
No.
na. Write,
They were in the.
write the answer in your exercise.
They were in the.
Write the answer in your exercise book. Follow the example.
Okay, now look at this sentence.
Where were Asiri and Aranga yesterday at 3 p.m.?
Were, right? This means enge, right? Were Asiri and Iranga yesterday? Yeah. Were. It's spelled differently. WH, right? Were Asiri and Aranga yesterday at 3 p.m.?
I can't see the.
In the cinema. In the bank. In the park.
You have three options. You have three options. In the cinema, in the bank, in the park. Okay, so what would be the answer? Look at the answer.
They were in the park.
They, Asiri and Iranga means they, right? Two people, Asiri and Iranga. Instead of saying Asiri and Iranga were in the park, we can say they, Avarhal, right? They were in the park. Okay, can you write it down? Can you write it down? This is the example. This is the example. Can you write it down? Were, right? Were Asiri and Iranga yesterday at 3 p.m.? They were in the park.
You in the park.
Okay, next one.
Write the answer in your
Okay, now, were Aziz and Amila?
exercise book. Where were Aziz and Amila yesterday at 3 p.m.? In the cinema. In the bank. In the park.
Okay, please write the question and the answer, okay? Please write the question and the answer. What is the answer? What is the answer? They were in the bank. Very good. Can you write question and the answer? Question and the answer. The question and the answer. The question and the answer, please. The question and the answer. As quickly as possible. As quickly as possible. Pauraj?
Yes, Nisha.
Can you later send me the link to the recording of this class? I need to send it to Varadana.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thanks. Okay? Right, next one.
They were in the bank.
Okay, check your answer. Check your answer. Question and answer. Please correct your mistakes. Please correct your mistakes.
Write the answer in your exercise book. Where were your friends yesterday evening? In the cinema. At the beach. In hospital.
Okay, so where were your friends yesterday evening? And you have three options. In the cinema, at the beach, in hospital. Please write the question and the answer. The question and the answer. Hello? We are writing now. We are writing the question and the answer. No talk, no talking. Everybody is quiet. Hello? No
பிள்ளைகள் கொஞ்சம்
talking.
கதைக்காதீங்க. அஹ்,
Guys, no talking. Please write down question and answer. Very
டீச்சர்மார்
Malay school,
கொஞ்சம்
please don't
பிள்ளைகளை கொஞ்சம்
talk.
கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணீங்கன்னா
Salaimana, Tevampiti. Please be quiet, everybody. Question, answer. Okay, done? Finished? Okay. If you've made a mistake, correct it in red.
They were in hospital.
Okay. Please correct your mistakes. Correct. Maybe we'll mute all of them. Huh? Can we mute everybody? Okay. Question and answer. Please correct your mistake. Your mistakes. If you've made a mistake, please correct it in red. In red. Okay? If you have a red pen, please correct it in red. Excellent. Salaimana Pierre, very nice. The teacher is really supervising it. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Right.
Write the answer in your exercise book. Where were Reuven's parents yesterday evening?
Right. Reuven's parents. Whose parents? Reuven apostrophe S. Whose parents? Reuven's parents. Where were Reuven's parents yesterday evening?
In the cinema. At the beach. In hospital.
Please write the question and the answer. The question and the answer. The question and the answer. Question and answer. Okay, done? Now correct your mistakes. Correct your mistakes.
They were in the cinema.
Were Ruvan's parents yesterday evening? Question mark. They were in the cinema. They were in the cinema. Full stop. Guys, we are correcting the mistakes. We are not copying. We are correcting. Right?
Write the answer in your exercise book. Where were you this morning?
Where were you this
In the
morning?
bank. In the cutlery. At the beach.
Where were you this morning? Question, answer. Question, answer. Where were you this morning? Where were you this morning? Teachers, also please make sure that children have the same exercise books all the time, huh? The same exercise book. And that they number the lessons. Lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. The same exercise book and number the lessons, please, right? Where were you this morning? Where were you this morning? What's the answer? Write the answer. Don't wait for the answer. Write the answer. Write the answer. It's okay if there is
I was in a bank.
I was. We don't say I were. I was. Right? I was in a bank. Okay. Correct your mistakes. Correct your mistakes. I was in a bank.
Write the answer in your exercise book. Where were your brothers last week?
Where were your brothers last week? 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. Brothers, plural, right? Where were your brothers last week?
At the beach. In the mountains. In hospital.
Please write the question and the answer. The question and the answer. Where were your brothers last week? Where were your brothers last week? Right. Where were your brothers last week? And the answer? What's the answer? What's the answer, guys? What's the answer? They were in the mountains, right?
They were in the mountains.
Please correct your mistakes. Guys, don't wait for the answer. You know, when you write an exam, you will not see the answer. When you write your O-level exam, will you see the answer? You have to think, right? Think and write the answer. Think and write the answer, okay? They were in the mountains, plural, mountains, full stop.
Write the answer in your exercise book. Where were your neighbors last week?
What does neighbors mean? Neighbors. Who are neighbors? In Tamil? Pakate akal, right? Correct? Poraj, correct? Pakate vete akal, right?
Yeah.
Neighbors? What does
Yeah.
neighbors mean?
பக்கத்து வீட்டுக்காரர்.
Right. Where were your neighbors last week? Question, answer. Question, answer. Where were your neighbors last week? What's the answer? Write the question and the answer. The question and the answer.
Where your neighbors last week? இப்போ பக்கத்து வீட்டுக்காரங்க எங்க இருந்தாங்க கடைக்கு போனோம். எனக்கு போன வரைக்கும் இருந்தாங்க. வீட்டுல இருந்தாங்களா, மவுண்டன்ல இருந்தாங்களா, ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ல இருந்தாங்க. ஆனா நான் சொன்னேன் அன்னைக்கு கத்துக்கு வீட்டுக்கு உள்ள வித்தியாசம்.
They were at the beach.
Correct your mistakes, please. Correct your mistakes. Neighbors means they, right? Your neighbors. That means they. They were at the beach. At the beach. Correct your mistakes.
Write the answer in your exercise book. Where were your sisters yesterday at 9 p.m.?
Where were your sisters? Yes.
In Jaffna.
9 p.m.
In Colombo. In Kandy.
Okay, please write the question and the answer. The question and the answer.
ஊர் இருக்கிற இடத்துல நாம சொல்ல மாட்டோம். அந்த ஊருக்குள்ள அப்படின்னு போது மாட்டோம். சொல்ல மாட்டோம். ஊருக்குள்ள அர்த்தம் உள்ளே அப்படின்னா அடுத்த அர்த்தம் இல் அப்படின்னா இல்லைங்கிறது வித்தியாசம் இருக்கு.
They were in Kandy.
Right, we don't say the Kandy, no. They were in Kandy, they were in Colombo, they were in Jaffna, right? We don't use the with the names, with the cities, right? They were in India, they were in London, they were in Toronto, right? They were in Kandy, they were in Kandy.
Write the answer in your exercise book. Where were your cousins yesterday at 9 p.m.?
Okay, cousins, Poraj, you need to explain that in Tamil, huh? Poraj?
Yes, Nisha.
Cousins, you know, your mother's brother's children, your mother's father's children, your father's children, your father's brother's children. In English, they are not your sisters and brothers, they are your cousins, okay? Poraj, can you say it in Tamil?
Okay,
we need to mute everybody. We need to mute everybody now. Can we mute everybody?
Yes. Yeah, okay. Can you again repeat it?
Okay, Poraj, in Tamil,
Yeah.
your mother's brother's son is your brother, your Anna,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
In English, no. In English, only the same parents. If you have the same parents, you are brothers and sisters.
Okay.
If it is your mother's sister's children or your father's sister's children, they are
Okay.
your cousins, not your brothers and sisters, okay? There is a difference.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
இப்ப நம்ம அண்ணா அக்கா சொல்றது வந்து கூடுதலா நம்மட ஒரே இப்ப அம்மாவுக்கு பிறந்த இப்ப
The
ஒரு
same
தாய்க்கு
parents. The same
Yeah.
parents, it's brothers and sisters.
ஒரே பெற்றோருக்கு பிறந்த குழந்தைகளை வந்து இப்ப நம்ம அக்கா அண்ணான்னு சொல்லுவோம். அப்ப அதே மாதிரி இந்த கசின்ஸ் வந்து ஆங்கில what is how it's in
Mothers, brothers, children are your cousins. Mothers, sisters, children are your cousins. Fathers, sisters, children are your cousins. Maybe we need an English teacher here. Who is
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Okay. Sister Catherine, can you help me here? Do we have an English teacher here? Who is an English teacher? I need an English teacher. Talaiman up here. Is there an English teacher? Talaiman up here. Can you unmute, sir? Okay, Paul Raj, can you check the cousins in Tamil and explain it, please, in a minute? Can you look it up on Google? Paul Raj.
Yes, I can.
Okay, please. Okay, so were your cousins, where were your cousins yesterday at 9 p.m.?
In Jaffna. In Colombo. In Kandy.
Okay, what's the answer? Write the question and the answer. Write the question and the answer. Okay, check your answer.
They were in Colombo.
Okay. Correct your mistakes. Paul Raj, can you explain it now? Do you know what it is?
Give me a minute, Nisha.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Copy the text into your
Okay, guys, cousins in Tamil means Uravinarkal. Correct? Periye Makkal. Right, Paul Raj, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Can you explain what cousins mean in Tamil?
கூடுதலா கசின்ஸ்ன்னு சொல்றது வந்து இப்ப மாமா பக்கத்து வீட்டு பிள்ளைகள் அல்லது அத்தை சித்தப்பா சித்தி பக்கத்து வீட்டு பிள்ளைகள் அப்படி கூடுதலா சொல்லுவோம். இப்ப மாமாட பிள்ளைன்னு சொன்னா தெரியும் தானே, மதர்ஸிட சகோதரத்திர அவங்களோட பிள்ளை இல்ல அத்தையிற பிள்ளை இல்ல சித்தப்பாட பிள்ளை இல்ல சித்திர பிள்ளை அல்லது பெரியம்மா அப்படியான பிள்ளைகளை வந்து நம்ம கூடுதலா கசின்ஸ்ன்னு சொல்லுவோம். அதாவது அக்கா அண்ணா அந்த மாதிரியான உறவுகளை வந்து நம்ம அப்படி சொல்லுவோம்.
Right. In English, we don't call them brothers and sisters. No, brothers and sisters are only your own brothers and sisters. Okay?
இப்ப கூடுதலா இப்ப நம்ம பெரியம்மாட மகளோ மகன்னு சொன்னா அண்ணா அல்லது அக்கான்னு சொல்லி சொல்லுவோம். ஆனா கூடுதலா ஆங்கிலத்துல வந்து இப்ப ஒரே பெற்றோருக்கு பிறந்த குழந்தைகளை மட்டும்தான், இப்ப நானும் எனக்கு தங்கச்சி இருந்தா நாங்க 2 பேரும் மட்டும்தான் அண்ணன் தங்கச்சின்னு சொல்லி சொல்லுவோம். மற்ற ஆக்களை வந்து நாங்க அண்ணா தங்கச்சின்னு சொல்லி சொல்ல மாட்டோம்ன்றதுதான் நாங்க சொல்ல வரோம்.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Paul.
They were in Colombo.
Okay.
Copy the text into your exercise book and fill in the blanks with the correct word from the brackets.
Okay, so now you need to copy the text and decide which form is correct, okay? So for example, number 1, we was or were happy with the results. I got 2 B's and my friend got an A and 2 C's. Which is correct? We was happy with the results or we were happy with the results? Which one is correct? We was or we were? Which is correct? Tell me. We can unmute everybody. We can unmute everybody. Which is correct? Was or were? We were, right? Plural. We means Nangal. We were happy with the result. Okay? So can you do this exercise now? Can you write the sentences? Don't write both, what is in brackets, only the correct version. First read the sentence, then write the correct version. Poraj, first read the sentence, then write the correct version. You don't need to write what is in brackets.
எல்லாரும்
Only
அந்த
the correct version.
சென்டென்ஸை நீங்கள் எழுதும்போது கூடுதல் அந்த ஓஸ் வேர்ன்ற இதை எழுத தேவையில்லை, பிரெக்கெட்டுக்கு இருக்கிறத நீங்கள் சரியான ஆன்சரை கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டு அதை இந்த இடைவெளிக்குள்ள எழுதுங்க. அப்போ சரியான ஆன்சரை கண்டுபிடிச்ச முடிய நீங்கள் ஃபுல் சென்டென்ஸையும் சரியான ஆன்சரோட எழுதுனீங்கன்னு சொன்னால் சரி.
But you have to read the sentence first. First, you have to read the sentence, right? Poraj, first
ஸோ
they have
அதுக்கு
to read the sentence.
அதுக்கு நீங்கள் முதல் சென்டென்ஸை முதல் வழியாக வாசிங்க. வாசிக்க முடிய அந்த இடைவெளிக்குள்ள எந்த விட சரியா வரும்ன்றதை நீங்கள் பிக் பண்ணீங்கன்னா சரி.
Okay, fine. So you have 3 minutes. Please write it down. Write it down. Start. Write it down. And guys, use your own brain. Don't look at your neighbor's answers. Use your brain. At the exam, there will be no friend. There will be no friend to check. Okay?
Susan.
More than 6 sentences, but 6 questions, right? Check. Is it plural or is it singular? Are we talking about one thing or one person? Or are we talking about 2 things or 2 people? 3 things, 3 people, 4 things, 4 people. Okay, write your answers. Write your answers. Don't be afraid. Write your answers. When you write the exam, you will have to write your answers. Is it plural? Is it singular? If it's singular, it's was, was. If it's plural, it's were, were. Try to understand the sentence, right? Try to understand. Valimala is cool. Are you finished? Talai Manapia? Finished? Tevampidi? Arunodaya? You're still writing? Aripu school? How many students are there in Aripu? Naya Kachenai school? Yeah. Are you done? Okay, write your answers. Make sure that you write your answers. Okay. The teachers, I need to get a feedback from the teachers. Are the children finished writing the exercise or no? The teachers, please report to me whether I can move on or whether I should wait. The teachers, can you tell me? Raj, can you ask the teachers to tell us what to do?
டீச்சர்ஸ்மார் கொஞ்சம் இருக்க பாருங்க, பிள்ளைகள் எழுதி முடிச்சிட்டாங்களான்னு சொல்லி கொஞ்சம் டைமும் போகுது.
They need to tell me whether they have finished or not.
டீச்சர்ஸ்மார் இருக்கா பார்த்து சொல்லுங்க, ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து எழுதி முடிச்சிட்டாங்களா இல்லையான்னு சொல்லி.
Devampiti? Done? Komala Devi raised her hand. Komala Devi. Okay. Now have you filled in the blanks? The teachers, please make sure that children fill in the blanks, that they don't wait for the answers. They have to use their brain. They have to think. On the exam, they have to think, right? Okay? Yeah. Even if they make mistake, it's okay. They have to think and try to answer the question. Okay.
Listen and check your answers.
We were happy with the results. I got 3 B's and my friend got an A and 2 C's.
We is plural, right? We were happy. We were happy.
Where are my keys?
Keys is plural. 2 keys, 3 keys, 4 keys, right?
They were here a few minutes ago.
They means the keys. The keys were here a few minutes ago. They were here a few minutes ago, plural.
Were Iomi and Carla at school yesterday?
Right? Iomi and Kala, 2 people, plural. Were Iomi and Kala.
Iomi was, but Carla wasn't.
Iomi was. Iomi is singular, but Kala wasn't. Kala is singular, right?
Yesterday was a public holiday.
Holiday is singular. Was, right?
So the shops were closed.
Shops is plural. Shops were closed. Shops were closed.
You weren't on time this morning.
You is you were, right? You is an exception. It's an exception. You were. You were.
Where were you? It wasn't 6 p.m., it was 6 a.m. You've made a mistake.
Okay, correct your mistakes, please. Correct your mistakes. Capital letters, question marks. Okay.
Copy the text into your exercise book and fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verb be.
Right. So sometimes the verb to be will be in the present tense. Sometimes it will be in the past tense. Okay? So can you write the sentences and fill in the blanks with the verb to be, sometimes in the past tense, sometimes in the present tense. You have to read the sentence. Raj, can you explain it, please?
Yes,
Raj,
Nisha.
yeah?
Yes.
Can you explain it, please?
Can you repeat it? I got a cold.
Yeah. Okay. They have to fill in, they have to read the sentence.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they
Yes.
have to fill in the blanks, either the
Okay.
past tense or the present tense of the
Okay.
verb to be.
ஓகே எல்லாரும் முதல் சென்டென்ஸை வழியா வாசிங்க வாசிக்கிட்டு இந்த இடைவெளிக்குள்ள வந்து அந்த பாஸ்ட் அண்ட் ப்ரெசன்ட் பியை வச்சு நீங்க செய்யணும்.
Right. And also the correct form. Sometimes it's plural, sometimes it's singular.
ஓகே சில நேரம் வந்து இது வந்து ஒருமையில அல்லது பன்மையில இருக்கும். அந்த சென்டென்ஸை வந்து நீங்க சிங்குலரா புளூரலான விஷயத்தையும் ஒரு கதிர கவனத்தில் எடுக்கணும்.
Please try to answer the question, because on your O-level exam, you will have to answer the question. You can't copy the answers. You have to answer the question.
ஓகே நீங்க எல்லாரும் இதுக்கு ஆன்சரை சரியான இதுல உங்களுக்கு விளங்கின மாதிரி எழுதுங்க. மற்றது ஓலெவல் எக்ஸாம்ல வந்து நீங்க கட்டாயம் இதுக்கு ஆன்சர் எழுதத்தான் வேணும். இதை கொப்பி பண்ண இயலாது. அதனால நீங்க ஒருக்கா கொஞ்சம் யோசிச்சு இதுக்குரிய ஆன்சரை எழுதப்பாரு.
Okay, 2 minutes, okay? 2 minutes.
கோமலா தேவி எதுவும் சொல்ல விரும்புறீங்களா? கையை வைத்து இருக்கிறீங்க.
Okay, write the sentences, fill in the blanks, and then later, after I show the answers, you can correct the answers. Poraj, can you also later cut like, you know, a 30-second recording from the class, 30-second recording from the class, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, so today. Maybe now we can do it, you know, 30-second recording when they are writing. And 30-second recording when they are speaking also.
I'll give.
Okay, thanks. Huh? Right, the teachers, please make sure that children try to write the answers. Huh? Try to understand the sentence, the context. What's the context? Komala Devi, you have raised your hand. Poraj, can you ask her what the problem is? No. Okay, done. The teachers, have the children written the sentences and given the answers? Written the answers? Done?
Listen and check your answers.
Last year Amanda was 23 years old, so she is 24 years old now.
Right. Now she is 24, right? Last year, Amanda was 23 years old, right? You have to understand the context, right? What's the context?
Today it is hot, but yesterday it was cold.
Today it is hot. It is hot. But yesterday it was cold. Yesterday it was cold.
Where were Aranga and Aziz at 10 o'clock last Friday?
Last Friday. We know it is past tense, right? Last Friday. Kadesi, Friday, right? We know it's past. Plural, two people. Iranga and Aziz. Were.
Don't buy those bags. They are very expensive.
Don't buy them. Don't buy, right? Don't pay money for them. Don't buy them. They are very expensive.
Where are the children? I don't know. They were in the garden 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago, right? Patu minusham muda. They were in the garden. But where are they now? Somebody is looking for the children, right? Where are the children? Where are the children? I don't know. Right? I don't know. They were in the garden 10 minutes ago.
The flower pot is on the veranda. Ask Rohan to show it to you.
The flower pot is on the veranda. Ask Rohan to show it to you, to show you the flower pot. Right? Ask Rohan to show it to you, to show you the flower pot. Okay? Please correct your mistakes. Correct your mistakes.
Write the following sentences in plural. Follow the example.
Look at the example.
Example. An ant is an insect. Ants are insects.
Okay, can you see? One ant is an ant because it starts with an A, right? Look at this. An ant is an insect. In plural, ants are insects. Follow the example and can you write about sentence number 1? A dictionary is a book. Can you write the sentence and plural? That's the same sentence in plural. Sentence number 2, the same sentence in plural. Sentence number 3, the same sentence in plural. Sentence number 4, the same sentence in plural. 5, the same sentence and the same sentence in plural. Okay, can you do it please now in your notebooks? Can you write it in your notebooks? Follow the example. This is the example, okay? Follow, sorry, hold on a second, 1 minute. I need, oops. No. 1 minute, I need to snip it. Okay, follow this example, okay? This is the example. Can you see? Follow this example and write the sentences, okay? Sentence and the same sentence in plural. Don't look at your neighbor's notebook. You write it. You write it, please. Yeah, I'm done. I'm just sending the pictures to Mr. Varadan, who is
Gomaldevi.
Okay, done? Yeah? Okay, now check your answers.
Listen and check your answers. A dictionary is a book.
Dictionaries are books.
Right. Plural. Dictionaries are books. Right?
A carrot is a vegetable.
Carrots are vegetables.
A rose is a flower.
Roses are flowers.
A computer is a machine.
Computers are machines.
A rabbit is an animal.
Rabbits are animals.
Okay, correct your mistakes. Please correct your mistakes. Okay.
Copy the text into your exercise book. Complete the second sentence with an adjective that has the opposite meaning. Follow the example.
Look at the example.
Example: I wasn't sad. I was happy.
Sad, opposite, happy, right? Okay, so look at the next one. Ice isn't hot. You have to finish the sentence. The door wasn't closed. My grandparents weren't rich. Limes aren't sweet. My sister wasn't short. Grammar isn't difficult. Can you complete the sentences? Write the sentence and then the opposite. The sentence and then the opposite. The sentence and then the opposite. Okay, 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to do it. Are you writing the answers, Tevampiti School? Please write the answers, ladies. Hello, ladies. Are you writing the answers? Arunodaya School is writing very nicely. Talaimana School is writing. Tevampiti School. Please write the answers. Okay.
Listen and check your answers.
Ice isn't hot. It is cold. The door wasn't closed. It was open. My grandparents weren't rich. They were poor.
Opposite of rich is poor, right? Rich, somebody who has a lot of money. Poor, somebody who doesn't have money, right?
Limes aren't sweet. They are sour.
Sweet, inipo, right? Inipo. Opposite, sour, sour, sour.
My sister wasn't short.
Yeah, the sister is probably dead. She's not living, right? She died. She wasn't sure.
She was tall. Grammar isn't difficult. It is easy.
Okay, please correct your mistakes. Yeah, okay.
Listen and repeat.
Okay, now everybody please close your notebooks. Close your notebooks. Everybody closes their notebooks. Close your notebooks. Everybody, the teachers, please make sure that all the students close their notebooks. Close your notebooks. Close your notebooks, okay? Everybody is repeating loudly, loudly, repeating loudly. Can we ask everybody to unmute? Everybody unmute, please. Everybody unmute. Poraj, can we unmute everybody? Poraj? Poraj?
Yes, Nusha, they can unmute themselves.
Yeah, but we need to, yeah, everybody please unmute, unmute. All the schools, all the students, please unmute. I need to be able to hear you.
We were happy with the result.
Everybody. Once again, everybody.
We were happy with the result.
We were happy with the result.
I got 3 B's and my friend got an A and 2 C's.
I heard 3 geese and my friend got an 8 and 2 geese.
Very
Where
good.
are my keys?
My keys.
They were here a few minutes ago.
They were here.
Ryomi and Carla at school yesterday.
Where Naomi and Carla at yesterday.
Iomi was, but Carla wasn't.
Naomi wasn't.
Yesterday was a public holiday, so the shops were closed.
Holiday. Yes, the
You weren't on time this morning.
You weren't on time this morning.
Where were you?
Where were you?
It wasn't 6 p.m., it was 6 a.m.
It wasn't 6 p.m.
You've made a mistake.
You made a mistake.
Excellent. Very good. Now the second page. The second page. The same thing.
Listen and repeat. Last year Amanda was 23 years old, so she is 24 years old now.
Everybody.
Last year, Amanda was 23. She is 24 years old now.
Today it is hot, but yesterday it was cold.
Today it is hot. Yesterday it was hot.
Where were Aranga and Aziz at 10 o'clock last Friday?
Where were Iranga last
Don't buy those bags. They are very expensive. Where are the children? I don't know.
I don't know.
They were in the garden 10 minutes ago.
They were in the garden 10 minutes ago.
The flower pot is on the veranda.
The flower pot is on the veranda.
Ask Rohan to show it to you.
Ask Rohan to show it to you.
Listen and repeat.
Everybody.
A dictionary is a book. Dictionaries are books. A carrot is a vegetable.
A carrot is
Carrots are vegetables.
Carrots are vegetables.
A rose is a flower. Roses are flowers. A computer is a machine. Computers are machines.
Computers are machines.
A rabbit is an animal.
A rabbit is Rabbits are
Listen and repeat.
Okay, everybody.
Ice isn't hot.
Ice.
It is cold.
It is cold.
The door wasn't closed. It was open.
The door wasn't closed.
My grandparents weren't rich.
It was open. My grandparents were poor.
They were poor. Limes aren't sweet. They are sour. My sister
They are so.
wasn't short.
My sister wasn't short.
She was tall. Grammar isn't difficult. It is easy.
Difficult. It is easy.
Guys, excellent. Girls and boys. Very good. Can you see? You wrote the sentences, you repeated the sentences. I hope you learned a lot today. Okay, it's 3:30. So the class is over. I will see you at 2 o'clock, okay? We have another session for the teachers, okay? Those who were absent earlier. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Bye, Miss. Thank you, Miss.
Bye.